Thank you, Jeff, for the introduction, but I'm afraid there's been a mistake. Actually, you see, our revenues were $1.6 million, and our profits were just around $70,000. That was when I was sitting back there, back in 2009. Yes, the numbers Jeff mentioned are correct for today, but you need to know where we were, not just where we are today. And the most important number in that is how we grew from $70,000 to over $1 million in net profit. That's over 1,300% increase. Thank you. So, do you want to know the one thing that made the difference? Say yes. All right. So, the biggest thing that made the difference for us may actually shock some of you, but it is thinking bigger. If you get nothing out of my presentation, I want you to take away the thinking bigger mindset. Robin taught us that the thinking bigger mindset, how it can help you achieve better results. You will get specific examples of what we did and then what you can do as a result. In our short time together, I'm going to share with you examples of what we did. You will leave here feeling excited about things you can do, and it won't take you 9 years. You will learn from our mistakes. And you will know that certainly by the end of this month, you will see progress, and definitely by the end of this year. When I came here to boot camp in 2009, I was sitting where you are, and I was looking up at the stage and wondering, how the heck are all these people getting all these results? Why weren't we seeing any of that? And if you were like me, every break, I would be out there asking the person next to me, hey, how long have you been with Robin? What campaigns are you running? Is it working? I was getting all sorts of mixed messages. So when I came back in the room, I heard Robin say, here's the marketing plan, here are the campaigns, don't change anything, and just implement. And I heard that. And I also heard her talk about the mindset. But then I said, Robin, I'm an introverted engineer. I don't know anything about sales and marketing. It's so out of my comfort zone. And she said, I can teach you the sales process, but you have to change your mindset. And that's what I did. And slowly but surely, we started to see results. Before I get into the think bigger story, let me give you a little history lesson. We started the business in 2003. From 2003 to 2009, we were selling low-margin hardware and breakfast services to anyone who would buy. Little did we know that there was no profitability. There was really nothing being left over at the end of the day, but we didn't care because our revenues were climbing. We climbed to $1 million and then to $2 million, and it was getting us on lists like Inc. 5000, which only looks at top-line revenue. But then one of our enterprise clients who bought a lot of hardware from us stopped doing business, and now even the top-line revenue started going down. In the meantime, my husband and I had already quit our jobs. This is it. We had nothing else to fall back on, and I did not know how to do sales and marketing. I have a master's degree in engineering, but yet no one had ever taught me how to do sales and marketing. It was so depressing. I could not get that sales phone to ring. I couldn't get anybody to take a meeting. Then it's like somebody answered my call. One day I was surfing the internet, and I saw Robin's face come up, and she was having a seminar in DC. I went to that seminar, and we liked what she had to say so much that we ran to the back of the room because we wanted to buy the Toolkit and be in line because she was giving away an iPod to the first 5 people. See, that stuff works. And then we liked what she was showing us so much that in 2009, we upgraded to the Producers Club, and we've been a Producers Club member since then. And what Robin started teaching us was the shift in the mindset, slowly but surely. We implemented a marketing plan, And then she taught us this thing about managed services. We had no idea what managed services was at that point. And she taught us how to sell the value, more importantly, of managed services and how to charge fairly for it. And as we started to get more managed services clients, we needed better tools to manage. So we invested in ConnectWise and Kaseya. And guess what started to happen after 2009? Our revenue and our profitability started to climb. It took us a while. It took us a good 2 years to get all these tools and the marketing campaigns going. And then in 2014, we also implemented another breakthrough item, which was the EOS operating system called Traction. Traction taught us how to have strategic planning meetings, how to set goals, how to have level 10 meetings, how to do technical business reviews with our clients. So Jeff was right. We did end the year at a revenue of just over $6.3 million. Thank you. But what really matters is what you have left over at the end of the day. So what did we do in terms of net profit? I left a 6-figure engineering position to join Capstone, and we were barely making $20,000. 6 years later, we were exhausted. We were working so hard, but we didn't have hardly anything left, still at $70,000. But remember, 2009 is when we signed up with Robin and started doing all that marketing. 2013, we had a net profit over $500,000, and it just kept going. And finally, in 2018, we were over $1 million. So now I'm going to share with you 5 tips that were the biggest contributor for us gaining this profitability. Tip number 1, we stopped selling all that low margin crap and went to fixed fee managed services only. Tip number 2, we invested in tools like ConnectWise, Kaseya, IT Glue, BrightGauge, because with these tools, you will know if your business is on track and you can make decisions like whether to hire the next tech. We were doing it based on data. Tip number 3, we focused so much on marketing to prospects and clients. Robin said, look, you don't have to do everything perfect. Just do lots of fast and furious marketing. We did website SEO, newsletters, email blasts, seminars, webinars, direct mail pieces. We applied for awards, joint ventures, keynote speeches, shock and awes, retargeting, blogs, ebooks. We did a lot. We did over 192 campaigns. But don't forget your existing clients. What Robin taught us is this process called technical business review, where these are important client meetings where our account managers are going out and meeting with the clients so that we can maximize the revenue per client. Tip number 4, join an accountability group. My accountability group over there keeps me accountable, and when I have issues, guess what? I don't have to figure things out myself. They're the ones who have already experienced it, and they can help me out. It will accelerate your learnings. And my last tip I want to tell you is take massive action. No matter how many speakers you listen to, no matter how many tips people here give you, nothing happens till you go home and you act and you implement. And that's what Robin constantly preaches, is implement. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember. Just implement and do. Take massive action. So let me give you a little story of how you can think bigger. As Jeff mentioned, when I came to this country with my parents as an 11-year-old girl, we had no money. We were really poor. But one of the fondest memories that I have with my family is that we would go to McDonald's and we would share a small bag of fries, you know, the one that comes in the white paper bag. One day, I looked over at the man next to me, and that man was eating a large box of fries. You know, the one that comes in a big, red, shiny box? He was eating it all by himself. That day changed my mindset forever. You see, that day, I didn't see the limitations of my current circumstances. That day, I decided I can eat a large fry too. So you might be wondering, why the hell is Sitima telling us this story? What does this have to do with running an IT business? It doesn't, but it has everything to do with thinking bigger. You see, I didn't think up until that day that I could eat a large box of fries by myself, just like I didn't think we could have a $6 million company or that we could have $1 million in net profit. We didn't think that way. So, are you starting to think that maybe you can have the large fries too? You can. So, start the thinking bigger mindset by setting goals. So many people are afraid to set goals. Goals for you could be hiring the second tech, or buying that new office building, investing in new marketing campaigns, sending your kids to college, donating to charity. But after the goal setting, you have to follow it up with the marketing. So before I tell you what's our most successful marketing campaigns, let me share with you in 2018 all the marketing that we did. And we did a lot. And you might be sitting there thinking, okay, Sitima, I'm just starting out. I don't have the resources, the time, the money to run all these campaigns. Well, one of the things that Robin tells us to do is track how many wins, how many leads, and how many wins, how many closes you're getting from each campaign. So good news, I'm going to share that with you. So in 2018, from all our marketing campaigns, we got 118 leads, and we closed over $58,000 in new client MRR. So, do you know, thank you, do you want to know which campaigns brought in the most clients? Yeah. All right. My 3 best campaigns. I'm going to start with number 3, our website. Robin gave us a pronto-developed website. 38% of all the leads that came in from our website, and we get a lot of leads from the website, we closed, and they became a managed service client. Number 2, all the leads that are partners, like our bank, our ISP, our copier company, all the leads that came in from that, 40% of those we closed. And our number 1 campaign of 2018, we lovingly call Sitima Celebrity Status. We closed 81% of all the leads that came in from this campaign. Do you guys want to know what Sitima Celebrity Status is? All right. So, couple of years ago, when I came to one of these events, Robin had 2 different speakers, Mike Wolf from American Picker Show and Nick Denton, who you saw today. And they both talked about if you become a mini celebrity in your market, that all your sales and marketing are going to take off. And we ran with that. So our number 1 campaign, Sitima Celebrity Status, we sought out speaking engagements. We applied for awards and did press releases on them. We started RochesterRockstars.com. It's where we're a thought leader, and I go out and we interview other successful CEOs in the area. We got on boards. I write columns. I do radio shows. This is one of my favorite events I did last year. I was asked to become a keynote speaker in front of 1,000 business owners in the Rochester area. It's hard to imagine this little girl who wore the same clothes to school every day, who got made fun of every day, was now asked to speak where thousands came to hear her. But it is imaginable because this little girl now thinks bigger. So become a mini celebrity in your market, and you will see all your efforts really multiply. We have a daughter in Penn State who's about to graduate debt-free. We have all our cars, houses are paid for. We're debt-free. My parents, who were in a pretty bad car accident several years ago, we were able to write some big financial checks and do it and get them back safely without big financial hurdles. We paid for employee weddings and honeymoons this year. We donated more to charity than ever, all because we had the net profit. So what's your French fry story? What are you going to start doing? What marketing campaigns are you going to implement? You see, it takes the same amount of effort to think big as it does to think small. So why not think just a little bit bigger? There are many people in this audience, including my panelists, who are much bigger than us. But that's okay, because we're not done. We're not done thinking bigger. The magic of thinking bigger can become part of your life. So everybody now, repeat after me. What are you going to do? Think bigger. Awesome. So my last words, inspiration for you. You can have the large fries now, too.